Next stop on the Castrol Edge Nationwide Series brings us to Kansas Speedway. It's the running of the Camping World RV 300. The second race, the second leg of our triple header at Kansas. On the pole for today's event, number 22, Dylan Young. His first pole, I believe, of the season. I'm not sure, but alongside of him, the 44 of Jeff James. Row number 2 has the 89 of Kyle Austin and Stephen Pollard III in 24. Row 3, Joshua Michaels in the 12 and the 10 of Nicole Williams. Then row number 4, John Azalea in the 4. And the 88 of one of the points contenders, Dalton Day. And row number 5 has Mark Matthews in the 87 and the 20 of Julian Wilson. And here comes the command to fire them up here today at Kansas.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the engines. Row number 6 has Nick Nealman in the 18 and the 54 of Rohit Baderview. Then it's Taylor Acosta in the 30 and the 77 of Super Shears, Dougie Shears, in row number 7. And it's Charles Jackson in 51 and the 01 of Samuel Ogo. And then it's Jacob Lawler and Lisa Shears in row number 8. Row number 9 has Craig Batson in the Russ Batson in the 16 and the 14 of Jacob Budd. "30 laps the distance here today at Kansas Speedway. Pace truck car comes out of corner number 4. The Camping World RV 300 about to get set to get underway here today. Green flag in the air. We're underway at Kansas. Dylan Young jumping out in front, number 22. Here comes Kyle Austin, number 89, our winner at Chicagoland Speedway in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. He's right there behind Dylan Young. Dylan Young led the first lap, but Kyle Austin now goes in the lead. Joshua Michelson, number 12, he's up there as well. John Azalea, our surprise winner at Richmond in the Autolite 250. He's up in the 3rd spot now. Mark Matthews, Nick Nealman up there. Taylor Acosta in the 30. Charles Jackson already up into, let's see where he's at. Clocked at this time by. He's in the 8th position now. Clicking off a lap of 187.24 miles per hour. Clicking off fast laps here. About in the 186, 187 range. Keith Batson, who started back in the pack, he's already moved his way up in the 13th position now. Number 6, their winner at Rockingham. Tim Gardner, our winner at the night race at Daytona, runs in the 11th spot now. Batson currently in 10th, or was running in 10th, as now Gardner takes a spot away. Or now, wherever, but Jared Stone is up there. Samuel Mills, our defending nationwide winner, or champion, I should say. Austin Ogo. Craig Batson, he's up there. He almost pulled out the Truck Series race. Stephen Pollard III in the number 24. He's running right now in the 17th position. There's our championship leader, Joshua Collard, in the 13, or the car he calls Jenny Joe. He's in 19th right now. Or 18th, excuse me. Collard and need to keep consistent on his runs here to try to keep him in championship contention. Jake Williams driving a Kyle Larson car, runs right now in the 20th, or now runs in 17th. Dougie Shears is up there, and contact between Drew Austin and Samuel Ogo. Taxler car's running right there side by side. Drew Austin in the 7, Dalton Day in the 88. Later right through the field there, Jacob Budd in the 14, the Eric McClure car. He's up there. Amy Bush, 23. She runs right now in the 27th spot. Cody Lamas in the 11. Cameron Gilson is up there. Kyle Matthews in the Johanna Long car, getting past Samuel Ogo in the 0-1. Matthews currently right now in the Matthews having a good season so far. He's having a career year so far in both the Nationwide Series and in the Cup Series thus far. So far for Matthews is the day he's wanting to forget so far. He's running 29th, make that 28th now, as he gets past Amy Bush in the 23 car. Matthews hoping to bring that car a few more notches further to get to assure a good run here today. And Jeff James and Nicole Williams rounding up the field just about. Angel Navarro, he's back there in the 37th. And back up front now, Mark Matthews has the lead right now. John Azalea is running second position. Charles Jackson runs in third. He's our winner at Richmond in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, the first Richmond race, that is. And so far, things going well for Charles right now here today at Kansas, as we have now completed 9 laps in race 21 to go, so still plenty of racing left to go. Don't pencil in your winner yet, because a lot can happen. We saw in the truck race, a lot can happen there. Samuel Mills in the 31, he's moving his way up to the field now. Mills right now in the 31 car, he's not having as good a season as he had last season. The number 31 Branch Chevrolet for Turner Motorsports, that's the Justin Allgaier car he's driving. But right now running pretty good, running third spot at the moment with Jared Stone in the 15 right behind him. That's driving for Rick Ware Racing. Number 15 Ford he's driving. Mark Matthews currently in fifth position right now, excuse me. Taylor Acosta closing on him. In 6th place right there, there's Taylor. Taylor, the highest running girl in this race right now. Russ Batson right up there. It's not been a banner year for Russ Batson so far. The fact of the matter is, it's not been a banner year for the Batson Doobie team thus far in any series right now here. Except Keith and Ann Batson are both up in the top 20 right now in the Castrol GTX Cup Series points. So actually Keith's knocking on the door of the top 20. That's how bad a season he's had thus far, with only 1 win. But yeah, well, Ann Batson's yet to win a race in the series right now. She's might have a shot. She may have a shot in the Cup race. Who knows? But just about halfway through the race here today at Kansas is now Samuel Mills goes inside of Charles Jackson. Jackson was leader last time by as he led his lap, but now Samuel Mills now takes the lead from Charles Jackson as the 87 of Mark Matthews goes into 2nd place now, and there's Russ Batson going for 3rd, trying to follow Mark Matthews and right by the 51 of Charles Jackson. Jackson driving for Jeremy Clements in the 51 car. And Batson now sticks at Roush Fenway Ford on the inside for 2nd. Jake Williams, meanwhile, he's moved his way up nicely through the field. He's up in the 4th spot, though. Last time we talked about him, he was running barely in the top 20. And we're talking about our championship leader, Joshua Collard, and the car he calls Jenny Joe. Right now, he's brought her up nicely up in the top 10 now. He's in 10th place, going for 9th inside of Tim Gardner in 62. John Acosta in the 33, he runs in 12th. Joshua Michaels, Cameron Gilson. Dylan Young, our pole sitter, he's dropped back to the 14th position now. Dalton Day goes inside for that spot. Nick Nealman in 18 tries to follow. So is Drew Austin in the 7. Drew Austin, one of those in contention for the championship. Dougie Shears in the 77. Stephen Pollard, the 3rd and 24. He's our surprise winner at Milwaukee. Jared Stone slipped back to the 20th spot. Rohit Vaderview in the 54. He's not having a good thing. Not having a bad day, but yet could be better. He's running in 21st in the 54 car, driving for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Kyle Austin is up there. Jacob Budd and Nicole Williams having a battle right here. Jacob in the 14, Nicole in the 10. Meanwhile, it's still Samuel Mills out in front, number 31, with Charles Jackson running 2nd place. John Azalea runs 3rd, 4th position Craig Batson, and now 5th is Joshua Collard, making sure that he gets keeps his championship lead. Got a couple tough tracks coming up on the circuit, though. I think the next race on the tour, is a new track up for the series at Memphis, Tennessee. We'll check the schedule and see, actually, but John Acosta's up there in the Ford car, and he shoves Charles Jackson up to the lead. 10 laps to go here at Kansas, and Mills has now been shoved up high now. Joshua Collard inside of Craig Batson now. Oh, almost 3 wide down there, and John Azalea goes to the lead now. In the 2nd now goes Craig Batson, or trying for 2nd. Batson sticks his nose at 43 on the inside of the 4 car. A Chevrolet being chased by 2 Fords. Top few cars about single file. The first side-by-side battle right there is Joshua Michaels and Jacob Budd. That's back to about the middle of the pack. Well, 3 wide there. Austin Ogo gets inside of Debbie Batson, or Nicole Williams, in the 10. As Nicole shoved in the middle of the track, though, Jeff James now in the 44 goes inside in his Toyota. Kyle Matthews has got to scrape the wall a little bit as the Johanna Long car all scraped a little bit. Kyle's dropped to 37th at the moment. Another run he's hoping to get, though, keeping the top 10 in the points chase. As John Acosta now has 6 laps to go. But here comes Craig Batson on the inside. He's going to see if he goes inside. He's going to shove Azalea up high. Yes, he does. And now Charles Jackson, the 51. Now, what does he do? He's going to follow him. Wise choice. Acosta, the 33 goes up high. John Acosta runs in board, but here comes Joshua Collard going inside. He's got the shove of Samuel Mills in the 31. 13 and 13 backwards right there. And Kyle Matthews is going to be a lap car that's going to be in the way of the field right now. We'll see what happens there. 4 to go. And they're closing in on Matthews. The lap car. Now, the question, of course, is if they do get up to him, what's going to happen? That's always the question. It more often than not determines the outcome of the race. And they're right there. That's Matthews just up ahead. And Batson's right up on him now. Charles Jackson goes inside number 51. Oh, and Batson shoved Matthews up high now. Batson and Jackson go by. Collard goes by. Mills goes by. Russ Batson goes by. 2 laps to go, so now the top 5 all for themselves now. Charles Jackson diving inside, number 51. But Samuel Mills, he goes inside of Joshua Collard for position. Collard now does inside for second. But meanwhile, Craig Batson has the white flag. He'll have 1 lap remaining in the race. Number 43, the Pilot Ford. Now, Collard goes in a second. Does he have anything now for Craig Batson to try to get a win here? Collard trying to close right in. Craig Batson, he eyes turn number 3 now. Off of corner number 4 they come. And it'll be the number 43 Pilot Ford. Craig Batson rounds out of corner number 4. He will win the Camping World RB 300. Craig Batson does it at Kansas. Joshua Collard comes home second. Third, Samuel Mills. Russ Batson, Charles Jackson, Drew Austin 6th. 7th, Nick Nealman. Dylan Young 8th. 9th, John Azalea. Kyle Austin finishes in 10th. Caution free, but a competitive race to say the least. Average speed race 185.584 miles per hour. Or 581, excuse me. And there it is. Craig Batson wins today. Second, Joshua Collard. We gave you the top 10 already. 11th was John Acosta. Rohit Baderview 12th. 13th, Daniel Day. Taylor Acosta. Dalton Day. The 15th position. Then Jacob Budd, Joshua Michaels, Samuel Ogo, Jake Williams, and Dougie Shears, the top 20 in this event here today. Rest of your finishing order right there, and Kyle Bundy's ain't going to be pleased with that. 37th place run. Keith Batson, 36th. Yeah. Several drivers ain't going to be pleased with their runs here today. The one that is number 43, Craig Batson, wins here today at Kansas Speedway. It'll be Charlotte the next race on the tour, as a matter of fact. 6 races remaining on the season. Joshua Collard has a 47-point advantage now on Drew Austin. Dalton Day currently third, 105 back. And the points, Julian Wilson in 4th. Samuel Mills right now in 5th position. 6th is Stephen Pollard III. Joshua Michaels, Taylor Acosta, John Acosta, and Craig Batson. That's his 3rd win of the season. As a matter of fact, it's his 3rd win of the year. And he runs right now in 10th place. And the points, Nicole Williams currently 11th. Then Rohit Baderview, Jacob Budd, Mark Matthews, Kyle Matthews in 15th. He's about 90 points back of the top 10. Nope. He's 82 back of the top 10, excuse me. Cameron Gilson, Cody Lamas, Dylan Young, Russ Batson, and Jacob Lauer in the top 20. And there's the rest of your order right now. So, next race on the tour, the NASCAR on Speed 300 from Charlotte. Don't miss it.